Imagine being inside a tank that soldiers nicknamed the Ronson because it lights up the first time every time. German crews mocked it as a death trap. The Sherman tank had thinner armor, a weaker gun, and was outclassed by Tigers and Panthers in head-to-head fights. So here's the question. If the Sherman was so easy to destroy, why do veterans still call it the most survivable tank of World War II? The answer might surprise you. Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the paradox of the M4 Sherman, the tank the world loved to hate, but the one Allied soldiers kept climbing back into. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the Sherman wasn't just a war machine. It was a lifeline. On paper, the Sherman looked vulnerable. Its 75mm gun struggled against heavy German armor. Its sides could be penetrated by nearly every anti-tank weapon. And when hit, its ammunition racks often exploded in flames. This led to its terrible reputation. Soldiers knew that in a direct duel with a Tiger, their odds weren't great. But reputation doesn't tell the whole story. Survival isn't just about whether a tank is destroyed, it's about whether the crew gets out alive. And here, the Sherman had an unexpected advantage. Unlike many German tanks, the Sherman's interior layout prioritized crew space and escape routes. Wide hatches, positioned above the driver and commander, meant crews could bail out quickly. By 1944, designers even added wet stowage for ammunition, surrounding shells with water jackets that drastically reduced catastrophic explosions. The result? If a Sherman was knocked out, its crew had a much higher chance of surviving compared to German or Soviet tanks, where cramped interiors often turned hits into death sentences. Another secret to the Sherman's survivability wasn't just inside the armor, it was in the factory. Over 49,000 Shermans were built. They were reliable, easy to repair, and spare parts flowed like water. That meant if a tank was destroyed, a crew could be reassigned to another vehicle the very next day. For the Allies, survival didn't just mean living through a hit. It meant getting back into the fight. And the Sherman made that possible. It's important to remember, the Sherman was never designed to go one-on-one with the Tiger. Instead, Allied strategy used air power, artillery, and overwhelming numbers. Shermans worked in groups, flanking heavier tanks and targeting weak spots. In combined arms operations, the Sherman became a key player in a larger machine of war. Its survivability wasn't about winning duels, it was about keeping the crew alive long enough to win the campaign. Many veterans admitted they feared the Sherman's reputation, but later praised it as the tank that brought them home. Crews often said they'd rather take their chances in a Sherman than in a German Panther, which could leave its crew trapped inside burning wreckage. Survivability in the end wasn't just measured in steel, it was measured in human lives saved. So, was the Sherman the most powerful tank of World War II? But was it the most survivable? Absolutely. Not because it was indestructible, but because it gave its crews a fighting chance and a way to fight another day. And in war, that's what survivability really means. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into World War II history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Which tank do you think deserves the title of Most Survivable?